everything they said, they never said the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. It's Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Anthony April Godson Williams, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team, then they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack away. You know, everybody can say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
You bow, Papa. You bow. You collected $22 million again without PPCC involvement.
Honored at this recent investiture.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Nicky.
I wish to be something else, so we not vote for Latin and we here, oh. People dying in jaw, horses money in single, parents crying for YFs. I thought they say we were in jaw, 100 days back and forth, Jarrah's life didn't go up. Yahweh swole betray the labor, they can't call over to finish go. Listen, we get gold, we get diamond, we get iron, oh. We get all, we get timber, we get rubber, oh. They sell the money in the bank, now we are living, oh. I saw the 100 days last I be the quota, oh. But what can the tree, oh, go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What can the tree, oh, go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What on the tree, oh, go, waka, oh, retire,
okay. Now the first time in the country you will see I'm made to wrong. We're not talking plenty ego, we're not fighting them we're going. And when we're talking say the team got to win to all wrong, you can just be looking at all that to say sleeping monk, the men are pong. Expressing my feelings on this song, the 22 million roll. You tell me how far you go. Then I only one talking say we are coming up, bro. The people say from Ghana, the people say police for A, yellow machine for China, they come and say they no for A.
Yama, we're not feeling from here. Joseph Boga been poor in Mexico.
What they get it, made them to SAP. What they get it, made them to SAP.
What on the tree, oh, go, waka, oh, retire, oh, waka, oh. What on the tree, oh, go, waka, oh, retire, oh.
What play the freedom of speech? Tell me why they sack people for MCC. Where the freedom of speech? When you thought you get the comment like Zaki.
We still trying to understand the government agenda. The rescue mission, by a fake impression. They get a job and lead the people with high expectation. Like who's that part is in the asking when the train will go. But how the train will go when the driver is old? We been sitting in the train, but the driver can wake up. Now all the funny thing they make all the back give up. But who think of the budget?
Like they see me and I think of CPP document.
The house are selling like Dillon and Young Big property. While Uncle Prince and Jerry praying for back out the rapid. The country pie on a hustle, we can understand it. See how the people crying.
I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road. In the interest of peaceful coexistence, I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischief from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the matter was fully exhausted, the trigger-happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Bouaka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Bouaka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act that made the cheers of their partisans, they failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we amid these difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bouaka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with a spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember, the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not found in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation to take the law into your own hands. However disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well-wishers, and sympathizers, I am optimistic about the political future of our party. Together we will build a better homeland for our party. So help me God. God bless Liberia.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye even when the sacred heart of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Peaceville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Southtown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong. Together, we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Buaka administration. And that institution is the Mate Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act, not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us play our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared.
Local latecomers are coming to class, especially at this kind of late hour on the last day, and of course, in the year 2025. So we all have to climb this next year tonight. We are right here. You started the year as a latecomer. You are ending the year as a latecomer. J. You started the year as a latecomer. You are starting. And you ending it as a latecomer. Then you say you marry gay. What kind of game where everybody has entered? Some of you guys are really interesting. Let me say awesome to all of you, man. Let me say Happy New Year to all of you. And remember, there's this place that normally sees the daylight, and of course see a couple of things before us. And I think those of you in Australia, I think for sure, you always fast ahead of us. Those of you in Australia, you can be born before us. You can see things before us, especially here in Liberia. You can see things before us, and that's why it is. And so let me say Happy New Year to those of you in Australia, in that region. Yeah. Let me say also a Happy New Year to you. And we have just a couple of hours away. Yeah. 4 more hours. Yeah. So when I climax the show at 10, then we have 2 more hours to go. Then we jump majestically into 2026. Wow. It's not going to be easy. And we are very grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here together tonight again, beaming with life and not of good health. We began the year together and we are closing the year, not all of us together. And not every one of us who began the year together are closing it together. But one thing I know for sure is we are closing this very year in the kind of way that God had envisaged for us. So I'm grateful to the Almighty God. I thank Him so much for everything. I thank Him for the courage, the wisdom, and understanding that He has given us. That despite it all, despite what the evil wishers had always prayed for, God had always been there with us, and taken us through in all that we do. So we are grateful to the Almighty God that everything is working for us. And we are very grateful to the Almighty God that we are certainly getting there. And despite the challenges and despite everything and that we have experienced, and this was a very tough year. And especially for those of you in the CDC, a couple of things happened. The issue about the indictment of your public officials, several arrests were being made on CDC this 2025 alone. And once this movement did not break you, you are still going to be strong. And I know some of your brothers are still languishing behind bars at the Monrovia Central Prison. And for false allegation, I want to say that false allegation, unsubstantiatable allegations. And you can see it clearly that the guys are just behind bars for nothing, absolutely nothing. You can see it clearly. And we think this was a very tough year for members of the opposition community. I don't like to say opposition community because we don't see any figure in the opposition that's been hardly hit, and very tough, and very aimed at, and aimed at terribly, and as compared to the CDC. So the CDC, I like to put it that way, though I want to incorporate other opposition figures, but again, I don't want to say from the opposition community, but the CDC. And the CDC perspective, the Unity Party had made CDC its own focus because there is no other opposition political party that's standing tall. Anybody want to challenge that, you can come up. Though we know there are other opposition figures who are speaking in the legs of Simeon Freeman. He's trying his best to speak to the issues. And I know at times he will get a kind of attacks that he will get on the other hand. But again, to really see and the party that takes the most hit, and of course, the most aims, and in the year 2025 was the CDC, is the CDC, and so the CDC remains and to get the biggest of hits, and in terms of what this government target is. So we are grateful to the Almighty God that despite it all, you are still standing tall, you are still surmounting those challenges. And yeah, you are living up, beyond expectation. They talk about breaking the party headquarters down. The CDC was going to be broken. In fact, the party headquarters, they broke down. The party headquarters have now left in ruins. They have depreciated the man's property. And that's another thing that they and the man will face with, because the issue there is they depreciated the man's property and it went back to their place. Now the main property lies there in ruins, and the matter is currently before the Supreme Court as to how they did what they did. The matter is still languishing before the Supreme Court, and we're looking at what the Supreme Court will do with that, because the CDC is not just interested in what it is. The law is the law. The CDC follows the law, despite the eviction, the form and manner in which it happened, or whether or not, and the matter that was pending before the court. And whether the court gave it appropriate attention before executing that eviction, and if they did, and why the eviction was done in the form and manner it was done, with the demolition and all of that, with properties left there, and so forth. Did the CDC refuse to leave? No. And so normally when you carry on eviction exercises, you will tell people, please take your properties, take whatever you have, and then store it somewhere else. But what they did is that they went there with machines and they destroyed properties. They also have to even account for that, because if you won a case and you went to go evict, and then the court has given you writ of possession and you are going there, two things can happen. You will inform the party and the party defendant or the loser and tell them that on so and so day we are coming, and of course you are aware of it. But if it is on the day that they want to carry on the enforcement and or get the fruit of your ruling, to get the fruit of it, I think the fact of the matter is you have to go there. Even if there are people still occupying, you can't destroy the people's properties. That's why you see the thing about criminal mischief and all coming. Criminal mischief in the law, it has to do with you just destroying somebody's property. Even if the person's property is on your property, you can't destroy the person's property. The court itself will go there and then say, this is XYZ, right? So the person has personal effects. So the house, the land, and whatever it is what you want, because the person stubbornly built there, that's what you want. But the person has personal effects on the land. Those personal effects are not what you want, so you can't take it. That's why the court will go, the sheriff will go there and tell you, say, please take the property there and go put it somewhere. We'll put it there. In fact, the judgment, the enforcement of judgment go with some expenditure as well. You got to pay all the money there, and I have to do a court cost and all of that. So they will take all your property, your belonging, and then do an inventory of everything and make sure what all they took from there. You think why they're doing that? Because despite you winning the case and getting your property, the person have their personal belongings as well. So if the court is going to carry on that, you just got to pack those things somewhere. Did they do that day? No. They left the people properties and everything there, and they destroy everything. So that's another thing by itself. Why it is true that they're looking at another aspect, there's another aspect of it is going to have to do with what? Destroying people properties. So when you hear about posted criminal mischief, somebody on your land, right? Though the land is for you, somebody is on it. You have no business going to destroy the present property that they have there. Especially when the land is in dispute. You can't do that. Right? So you get remedy at law. You go for summary proceeding to recover possession of real property. All the things are there. Then maybe when the person brings deed, then you go for action of ejectment. So somebody renting your house because you think it hard for you, whatever it is, you just go there and just bust the door. Whatever a criminal mischief, you destroy the person. You can't destroy anybody's property on your property when the person is there. There is a way to do it. The court will deal with that. But those things were not followed. And Joseph Boakai being very lawless, and this other guy allowed himself to be used. And he's feeling the way today. That property there lying in ruin. Who cares about that property now? Even the very cultural and heredity, we want to call it hereditary structure that was built there by his mom, the guys destroyed. The thing that was CDC building there. That blue building I used to see the CDC where George Weah had an office and whatever. That the Maria Man house there. That the one that he had right there. So even the property reverted to him. That cultural heritage, you call the one, those are cultural issues that you can remember. You don't want that to go. So he wouldn't have even loved to see his parents' house just ruined like that. So they spoil everything. That's why it is. And that's where we are. And we're telling you some of these things that, you know, the people, they are lawless, right? So the CDC was really hit hard, and I must admit, but they thought that by hitting you hard, it was going to break you down. Princess Square, what's up? Happy birthday to you. And yeah, happy birthday to you. I wish you all the best. All my fantastic students in class tonight, happy New Year to all of you for being right here with us. And we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here. Hey, the student didn't rush to class too. They are running to class. Yeah, what to go. Susan Sarumba can be the first. Can you imagine back to back? Susan, if you continue like this, I will just give you free grades. So now you got to come to class and you just get free grades. Because me and Jella attendance, because once you come to class, I believe you will learn something. Right? So people who can come to class sooner and start what they call they get things serious. So I can just give you free grade. So even if you're not clever, say I will give you free grade because I don't know whether you're clever or you're not clever, but I will just give you free grade because some children who let them come to school on time, you know that they're clever. They just don't want any problem. That's what again. In fact, they can leave their work then home. They want work. They want work home. Because when they sit down there, they say the teacher say we want to go to class soon. The teacher say we want to go to class soon so that they will not do any work in the morning. So say that they are part of that group. But it's good that you can so that we can get you your stuff. So at least we'll get you
we'll get you something. Yeah, we'll get you something for that one. We'll not say you clear all, because some of you are gonna be coming to class too soon. You know what they call. Then my water ability too. One of the students there too. And Roof, Bodwo Bine, and Barney, yeah. Vinicius Bine. In part of the fresh students that can be rushing to class. Oh, yeah, I know your technique. I will ask your parents. You know, some of you gotta be checking behind your parent, and we check there to see how is this person here. What are the person can do their work home before they come to class? Because the person can be really on time. So we'll tell the parent, thank you for allowing that person to evade their work schedules and then be in class on time. Yeah. So now, Vera Marshall, I want to say what's up and Happy New Year to all of you. Happy New Year. And Boema Kadi, Happy New Year. Musa Sharif, Happy New Year. And David Yinka, Happy New Year to you as well. Matilda Stevens, our ever potent class prefects, Happy New Year to you. Emmanuel Peters, Happy New Year. Mus Kassel, Happy New Year. And from the professor, teacher Light. And Joseph Kwekwe Pinel, Happy New Year. Pablo Classic, Happy New Year to you as well. Fred Pega, same to you, Happy New Year. Ojuku Davis, Happy New Year. Nosu Boys, More Than Palm Butter, Happy New Year. From South Dakota, the United States of America. And Stanley Chesson, Happy New Year to you. Anat, how's everything with you and mom? And I hope you guys doing so great. Happy New Year as well. Saturday, and Zonwe Wodowe. And from United States of America, Happy New Year. Agatha Glasgow, same, Happy New Year. Jeremiah Flomo Topa Labla, Happy New Year to you. And I'm saying it now because you won't hear me again until 2026. And I'm bidding farewell to you people now. James Doka, and let me say Happy New Year to you as well. Linda Morris, Happy New Year. Paris Slobet, Happy New Year. Stanley Boso, Happy New Year to you. Ophelia Johnson, same to you. Happy New Year. Rita Hart, Happy New Year to you. Amara Jala Kamara, same. Happy New Year. And Genera GT, Happy New Year. Josephine Campbell, Happy New Year. Fatu Sharif, I'm great. Happy New Year. Julie Z. Kennedy, Happy New Year. And Bobino Dadiano. Happy New Year. Annie and Agbato, Happy New Year. Ezekiel Nado, and Happy New Year. Longi Queen, Happy New Year. Ezekiel, okay, I did call Ezekiel's name. Asata Emila, Happy New Year. And Boton Gawe, same, Happy New Year. Claude Allison, Happy New Year. Joe Ukuyu, Happy New Year. And Robert Sloan, Happy New Year. Sloan, is Robert Sloan or Robert Sloan? Okay, Happy New Year to you. William W. Wulu, Happy New Year. And from the Civil Rights Movement, James Y. Kennedy Jr., Happy New Year. Dorcas Bailey, Happy New Year. From Phoenix, Arizona, Benedict Yanti, Happy New Year. Ruben Bobby Shelton Jr., Happy New Year to you. Kolo Celebi, Happy New Year. Etage, and a Happy New Year. Oh, wow. I'm coming to the 12 people that know. I'm supposed to reach there. But anyway, we are in class. Thank you. I'll stop right there. So the last person who came to class right on time at 8:10 is Joe Kuhuyu. The rest of the other people, 8:10, we will get late. Sorry, I call your name. I never had to. All right, so we'll say thanks to all of you for the time. Yeah, manage your way through. You got a Prof. Cody roster, enjoying it. Wishing all of you, but again, the rest of you, I wish you Happy New Year. And my offline students, let me say hats up to all of you, our pa, our ma, whatever it is. We are grateful to all of you. Thank you so much for everything you do for your country. We are forever grateful to the Almighty God for the support and that you gave us, your prayers you continue to offer for us. We are forever grateful, and we thank you all so much for doing what you can. And a friend of mine, in fact, that was Jim and Jay. He myself was just joking. We'll say at the end of the year, and the president, His Excellency Ambassador George Manuel Weah, earned himself a place. And going forward, he's going to be called Teacher Pepe, while I'm going to be called Teacher Light. So I'm called Teacher Light, and George Weah is Teacher Pepe. Because since he put Pepe in the Unity Party people's eyes, they are passing all over the place. That's a person that they look at always, and they see a lot of things about. And when he talks, they are very much confused because they have no understanding. When people with wisdom speaking, you got to look for that divine connection of wisdom to align. That's the only way you can understand them. You have to. In the Bible, it's biblical. It says, when anybody is speaking in tongues, and then there is no interpreter to align, to get a divine connection and get noise, right? So even when Jesus' disciples were shouting and praising God, the people who were not part of them saw it as noise that they were making. So when you are not inclined to the biblical workings of God, every other thing the person will be doing, you will say that noise. The person that this, they may just say that, but you don't understand it. Now, you need to have wisdom and understanding that the only way you can understand we are. There's nothing that we are says that you don't find sound reasoning in it. The man has taught a lot of people lessons. He has taught a lot of people words. He just come up with it because it's strange to them. They say, oh, what did he say again? What did he say again? So you just look at them and you just laugh. And we are very grateful. You know, the most recent one was the statement he made in a church where he said, I'm not poor. And they say, oh, he contradicted himself. They may say, come on, I say, look at the people. You see, Unity Party people, they're very terrible in understanding. George Weah's biological father worked with the telecom community. William Tapper Weah was not a poor man. George Weah had an uncle themselves working at the port and all, not poor man. His sisters, some of them were in the Mediterranean. Let me say, Alden, his relative, some of them were in the Mediterranean. What talking to Gibraltar was a mother decision. How many of us that we have no say as to what our parents' decisions are? What can we say no to them? Wherever they take us, that's where we are. In terms of their crisis, we have no say. We didn't make a choice to enter in our family anyway. And now that we are still children, we still don't have a choice as to what comes out of what they do as a family. So if George Weah's mother and father had issue and George Weah's mother decided to take him to the ghetto, George Weah did not have a ghetto mind. That's why despite being in the ghetto, George Weah did not have a ghetto mind. He grew up in the ghetto. But he knew that the background he came from, he's not poor. That's why you hear some Christians will tell you, say, look, you may look at me, I'm not poor. My father is rich. The God I serve is rich. Don't call me poor. Some Christians will even reject to be called poor. So when Jesus, when they tell you, say, oh, I grew up in the ghetto, I grew up this, that, George Weah never told you people that he poor. He said he grew up in the ghetto. He never told you that he was poor. I want for everybody to bring anything up and say. In fact, the person that George Weah mentioned that he grew up with was his grandmother. But George Weah's parents were never poor. So when he said that, you see, they're confused. They say that, no, George Weah Pa, I say again, William Tapper Weah was not a poor man. George Weah was born with a teaspoon in his mouth. Yeah. So there are people who you will see today. They may be in places they are, but they don't develop that mentality to think that they are poor. That's why you see most of the people, these CDC people, they don't develop mentality that they are poor. They don't develop mentality that they are suffering. That's why you see every time they are happy, they are able to confront situations. Not that they are okay. No, they don't develop that mentality to think that they are poor. No. They are not. That's why we are struggled in everything that he did. We are matched up to his status. He said, I'm not poor, and I can't appear poor. I have to work hard to demonstrate to people that are rich. You can't just be saying, I say, I'm not poor, or you Christian, you say, in my father play, there are many mansions, they say, they are not poor. But you stay now working towards demonstrating to people that you are not a poor person. It does not work. George Weah is not like that. He was in a ghetto, but not thinking as a ghettoist. No. He was stayed there at the same time thinking that he is not poor. So his mentality, his thinking, his thoughts are what I took him. Because anytime they say, so a man thinketh, so he is. That your thought can lead you to where you are. You say, me, I will never make it in life. Me and poor man. Now you get cancer. Now you yourself say you poor in your mind or whatever it is. You may come from a struggling background, but it does not mean that you are poor. Life is all about struggles. That's why Jesus Christ was born from a rich family, but came down to start his life through struggles. Most of the things, there were animals and things that you could find, houses, horses. But there were times that Jesus and the disciples traveled on foot. He was told that you look for hammer and pour me inside for me to be passing around. I'm king of the king. I said, I am king of all kings. You look for hammer, you pour me inside to carry me. No. He was saying, you raise money to give it to me. Let me be eating. No. There were times he went hungry. And he said on occasion that man shall not live by bread alone. He demonstrated all of that. Though within himself, he knew that despite him being born among animals or so forth, he had a rich mentality. That in his father's place, he boasted that he had many mansions. George Weah Pa, I will call his full name again, William Tapper Weah. So you see, Wilson Tapper and whatever it is that George Weah uncle there. Unity Party people confused. George Weah travel. George Weah was one of the first persons, a pioneer in a rehab area when Joseph Boakai was not even there. What did George Weah do? Even during his struggling time, 1987, when he went on and signed on his contract, his first thought about it is to build a property, to have a property. He was one of the first persons to have developed a property in rehab. Another Joseph Boakai not even there. That's why you go take Ali. That's why Joseph Boakai oh. Joseph Boakai didn't want to think about working in door government, passing around, chatting a mayor, yeah. That Joseph Boakai was very useless and instead. That's why you see sometimes you ask yourself the question, this man, he had never ever think about development. His mind is not developed. He's not thinking about development. You gave anything to Joseph Boakai, absent external support or external abilities, Joseph Boakai is useless forever. 12 years as vice president. The moment the vice presidency move, his life support is off. He's not independent. He's not self-sustainable. There's nothing he can do of his own to think about it. Like George Weah went into where? He said, just for this area, what do I do? I have to go back. He started building properties. Then when he started developing property, oh, George Weah became president before he started acquiring property. What kind of, you thinking this man, 1987, his first contract he signed, he started acquiring properties. The man had always been development oriented. His mind is developed. After Ria was forest region, that the place George Weah went. He started building there. The way you see that in Ria resident, he can never ever forget about it. When he went to Monaco, he built a 9th Street resident when you were in France. Building and development of property in the George Weah era. Joseph Boakai had to give his family's property out. That is what house they had. He gave it out to the Samaritan Pros, took money and came to town to come buy that alley that down there. Could you imagine that alley to tell you how cheap it was? That place that Joseph Boakai paid the alley. In fact, a squatter right he had. Joseph Boakai never had any specific deed to that. But as the man, the time you were declaring an asset, look at the asset declaration. Joseph Boakai will tell you that you never had any property or nothing. Yes, it's true. That era, that squatting era, Joseph Boakai just went and sat down there. That's, you know, during those days when you say you're working, do government our days that year and there, you just say that anyway. That's so squatter right now. That squatter era there. You see the era that alley. You see it, say you know the era that alley. What kind of sand land will be down there that not even one lot? It not even half lot. It's nothing. Go and see that place. Doesn't know that era that half lot or one lot or whatever. It is no. That squatters were down there. They may have always been. He squatted down there. He had never ever have a place bought of his own where he spent his money to say I buy this lot or I buy this place here there. No, George Weah bought it. George Weah built there. George Weah went 9th Street, bought it, built there. Joseph Boakai squatted
until he had to build something there, and they just left it with him like that. That the alley he stay also. See that place, a lot of real area that decent for a person like that. No. So George Weah say, Anapo, no. The man will say that. Keep from struggling background. And a football sent me to school. Not even my parents. That football had to send me to school. How you think George Weah managed to learn the Muslim Congress and all? How you think George Weah managed to learn at Muslim Congress and all? Football. He did not have that mind to say, me I'm poor and will remain poor forever. No. He had even if you were born of a poor family, you got to develop the mindset that you are not poor. So if George Weah stood in the church and said, I'm not poor. So what made you people think that when they say I was born in Gibraltar in the ghetto, that means I'm poor? You think everybody in the ghetto, they are poor? What kind of United Party people that they are? So everyone in the ghetto, they are poor. So Jesus Christ was born among animals. Was he poor? They said Jesus Christ born in the measure among animals. Was he poor? How is that? Let me say I was born in Gibraltar. Let me say I grew up in Gibraltar. When my grandmother, in his international interview he had, he said, with my grandmother. Then you get somebody who has squatter. Right. He converted, he never, with all the opportunity, our man, our father who's struggling, they get money to buy real land that they don't want to go squat. The day God bless them, or the government want to give it out to them, the government will give it to them, and then they will not have to buy it proper, right? But they won't. Now, for Joseph Boakai, for convenience, you think Joseph Boakai is going to be to that place? That ain't even one lot or half lot? That you want to have lot? No. But look at the way the area, look at road passing. In fact, he now blocked the whole alley now. He built fence there and blocked the whole place. And there's no asset. If you go in George Weah compound in Riyadh, when he became president, there are people housing and stay there. His securities gave them gear away so that people around there who get their houses there can still gain access to their places. Joseph Boakai has blocked that whole place. Nobody gain access around there again. What are you thinking? So when George Weah talks something for you to really understand it, oh yeah, if they don't say you're born in Gibraltar, he say what this. I said, look at these people. Look at these people. You really understand yourself? Your Joseph Boakai, you're beyond today. Has he been somebody who has ever developed anything of his own? No. The man have been on liability forever in his whole life. Yeah. And all these things are facts. You see, it's very easy for me to say this thing. Even you tell me, say, hey, wake up, Nana. Come by again to say the same thing. I will repeat the same thing. Because these things are facts. They are right there. You're going rehab. I'm a rehab. You're asking rehab. George Weah and Joseph Boakai, who moved here first? And let Joseph Boakai get your deal that he bought that place there. No. That's squatting. He want to go do down there. And look at him today. So why would Jabba say, hey, you people been struggling? Yeah. Because you people are struggling. You're hungry. You're around here hungry. George Weah was even telling you that you're supposed to be worried about yourself because without government job, which is your life support, so now they pluck it out, you are dead. Your dead liability on this country. Without the country, you can't make it. Look at small children like, oh yeah. I would just grew up somewhere way 1980. When Joseph Boakai was working in the government at the time, we were able to get place of ourselves, to get vision for ourselves. Could you imagine for ourselves to buy a place that we're able to work? Joseph Boakai, of all people, all that time, then saying, well, with LPNC here and there, stealing money from there, doing all of those things there. Nothing he ever did for himself. Even he can steal or nothing he will ever do for himself. You take the country money and you carry it to Foya to go build mansions there. Right? You took the country money to go build Foya mansion. And the only development so far in our country that you can point to.
Now another challenge again. Maybe President we are talking about. You show anything you agree. Besides the Foya Mansion, your name any other thing Joseph Boaka has initiated and completed in Lofa County other than the Foya Mansion. In the Lofa County, that you depend on is our own. That thing they're talking down there. None. Even the resting park that in Lofa County, that Thomas Fowler, a product of George Weah's effort, that what build that one there. Even the movement that they want to go launch, that you want to call that George Weah again product. George Weah made. He is benefiting from the products of George Weah. Who has George Weah benefited from him? Whatever it is, no. He has always been a liability. So if George Weah said, look, this is it, I'm not poor, it's 100% right. The blood that in him are rich people blood. And you can see it exemplified in his attitude, his life. Right? Yeah. We have started building houses. 1987, I went in developed mind and started building houses. When? 1987, he paid a horse. Here from Cameroon, right here. They lay contract in her. He said, though I grew up in the ghetto, I grew up in Gibraltar, I can go build a house here. In fact, when George Weah was playing football and came back, there's a story I'm telling you now. Some of the people in Gibraltar, they would tell. George Weah, group of guys there, they say they are friends of Weah. They went to Weah and they talk about Weah giving them money for them to build a school. Weah gave them that money, they ate it. They wanted to build a school. George Weah gave them that money for them to build a school in Gibraltar. They went to him, they ate it. I don't want to name some of them. But the person named them. I don't want to name some of them. He gave them that money. They ate it. Because he wanted to give a new look. In fact, even George Weah as president of the Republic of Liberia, where did he think about? He said, look, when I look at it, when you talk about the Bale Island, George Weah was trying to now give the Bale Island in a way that is connected to Gibraltar and change the story in Gibraltar. That's George Weah. George Weah was changing that era. That's why the Bale Island, he said, look, the Bale Island will come right here so that the people in Gibraltar can have a different look. To transform Gibraltar to a city. The very areas he used to be crossing where honor George Weah's administration, honor Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration. What did the Unity Party people carry there? They carry one stadium there that Robert Sirleaf got money from Chevron for oil, deal, and Tina. They want to build it there. Robert Sirleaf project. Yes, own name. That Robert Sirleaf was building stadium. The road leading to the stadium was nowhere conditioner for everybody to use. George Weah became president. He went into the community to develop that community again. Joseph Boaka has become president. What development has he carried to Foya? The only streets in Foya that is paved, that George Weah initiated cement pavement in Foya. It is still there. Joseph Boaka is not even doing anything to develop Foya, to make streets in Foya to be paved. That George Weah had to do that. Only thing Joseph Boaka cares about is to carry mansion and put it in Foya. So, no, let's go there now. We are ending the year. You're bringing in, you're gay, you're bringing the year. We are ending the year now. Y'all come. We understand you people. Y'all want to sit down. Y'all want to talk. Y'all want to discuss the issues. Yeah, let's face the issues. We are facing the issues now. What are those issues? They are glaring. I want you to tell me, maybe you lie. Boga get it one. Boga not even started one. The players stop the road in Foya. Boga not even complete the whole Foya road and now head straight to Menikoma. In fact, the Sirleaf border, you can go there now. The paved road is going there straight. The place George Weah stopped the road in Foya, that the place the road is. Then they play air. No, we're going to the new year now. Let's open up everything. Hey, I'll say, you want to talk about it? You talk about George Weah? And the reason this country is as it is, you can't put somebody who is poor, of a poor mind, and does not think about developing people's lives
developing his own life. I'm not talking about people's life, but to develop his own life, that man not get a mentality to develop his own life. Then you gave him whole country. You want him to develop it. The man, look, development is not in his thinking. He's not development oriented. Development is not his thoughts. He has no orientation in development. He hasn't adapted development, personal development. He hasn't ever. Saying God I 190 degree on silver platter. That time they get you free. He had never ever exercised and exhibited any other thing. That kind of man who refused development, that a man you go put on top of your country and you expect that he will develop. You think a man thinking about you? Who that man had ever changed their life in the same? You're talking about 4 years, Jenna. What kind of life has changed for people in 4 years? No. Okay, let's forget about 4 years. Okay, let's say you say, oh, I will not prioritize my 4 years, but I would like for areas to be developed, right? Communities and so forth. Let's go on. Where is it? None. None. I'm talking about here, George, because for Joseph Boakai Umba, he was born in 4 years. George Weah, he's a crewman, but born here in Monrovia, in Montserrat County. So the most of us, our ties, yes, we have that. Though he was born in Tucson. Topman, they all have their attachments. Where you were born, you are more attached to your birthplace. That's why you see I'm more attached to Grand Bassa than even Bong. But in terms of origin, my parents from Bong. Bassa is where I was born. That's where my neighbor stream, what Benigo called was buried. This is it. So more attached. So now you see, oh yeah, I've said on the county committee and the county committee of the Grand Bassa County here and there, not much attached to Bong as compared to Grand Bassa. Yes. Joshua, origin-wise, you say southeast, yes. So people know that, and we all. But Joseph Boakai owner, you're asking the question: what has he done practically for himself, his country, or whatever? It is nothing. I'm not gonna mayor, may president, and your thing will develop. No. The man not even thinking about development. So what is it your thing that man will do that he will not proud himself in and say, Ali, I not do my best because I had never reached at this level before. Ali, I do my best. He didn't want to appreciate it at a business. They be talking what they want to talk. Because the man believe that what he's doing is big. The thing that you see Joseph Boakai doing here, so he take it too big. But for George Weah, it's nothing. I know many times people say, oh, CDC will carry on development. Why did not have it? Because George Weah was not said, George Weah was not proud of those developments. It may be development. Now today, now people see it as development. George Weah was not boasting about those things. George Weah was not too proud about those kind of things, because when George Weah looks at his country and look at the countries where he had lived, he look at his neighbors, his friend there when they go play football. So now when a friend they coming from whatever it is, they coming from their country and they go on a club team to go play. When they're leaving for their countries, when George Weah goes Ivory Coast, when he sees Ivory Coast and then you see a friend who all of them on the club team, how Ivory Coast looks there, there you go. That's why you saw George Weah dignifying the national team. He made the national team to appear like a national team that could be respected. Chartering flights, because why? Other countries, a friend will be leaving, they tell say, oh, our country already sent of charter flight. They hear George Weah, he will not get charter flight. George Weah will charter flight to bring his country to that level. To say, no, we can match up with Ivory Coast. If they can send charter flight for their player there, now I don't want to send charter flight. Our George Weah world best, African best. I will not go on charter flight. Do I have to go and be passing it right now? All the footballers then will get charter flight. Westward Airline, they are there. George Weah was not too proud to say he was boasting about it. No, George Weah was more concerned about taking the country to the level of appreciation where you say no. So he never pressure his official. You're gonna be talking about it one. You're gonna be talking about it one. No. That now saying you know the party people made it to know that what you're doing is something. Then we now jump up now to say, look, these are the things that are better things than the things you're called something. That's where we are now. But then you think who cares? No. George Weah are more concerned about, look, solving the people problem, their bread and butter issues. He turned his back. The reward will tell, the things will speak for yourself. He doesn't have time to be passing around here and there. Now the Unity Party, any small thing, they run there. Police boot, they run there. Motorbike, they run. Simple thing and the president to go bring generator in the country. At the airport, Joseph Boakai goes there again to go get generator. That George Weah will go for generator. That's amen. George Weah will go for generator to hire generator. Then I see why citizens and people are saying, why is it the CDC people, they auditing it, you know, and you people, but you're never showcase it in a year. The reason people, citizens are interested in showcasing it now because they didn't see us anything. Yeah, because oh no, George Weah is going to be saying, no. The thing then that George Weah was interested in the most, that he decided to prioritize for his country, was for George Weah to see Liberia in the night when you're landing at the Rabat International Airport. The moment you get over Liberia, you must see street lights the way it is in Ghana. So George Weah decided to prioritize street lights. And how would that happen? George Weah needed to have more connections. George Weah decided to bring in more light poles. George Weah decided to bring in more transmitters. George Weah decided to bring in more meters, connecting people freely so that they will put on lights then on that when AB is in plane in the night and they say the flight is about to land, AB must see lights in the streets like Ghana. Because when you're flying over Accra, you can see the light. No, the light in the night, it tells you that you are on top of a city. Go in the United States of America, you will live flying from light to light throughout the United States of America, from state to state. The moment you enter the other city, the lights. That's what George Weah decided to do. This sports park then that you see in the night. So now you will go in Ghana when you're learning and that you will see some sports facilities. The lights beaming there. You look at it and say, yeah, they see the fun. But Liberia in total darkness. That's why George Weah said the next thing we have to do, the Rabat International Airport Highway, we got to put up there and put also lights. So that when people, they float, when the flight is coming down, when you see investors coming, even if they were thinking about putting 5 million or something, they would think about 50 million to put there. Because the lights, the way they enter in the country, they say, no, the country here is very expensive. Because the way the people look at you, how do we just think that you are expensive? Simple. What is the issue? Oh, you didn't know these things? We are going to the end of the year. And 2026 is going to be the tough one for all of us. 2026 is going to be a very, very tough one for all of us. And we are very grateful to the Almighty God that the team is now set to move. No more than nothing, but we'll argue. So the firing have been, though, the end of year has been so disastrous for the Unity Party because I don't know how CDC did it. I don't know how CDC managed. I don't know why. If our Unity Party, I were forgotten about CDC, don't just touch CDC. Just Ale, you don't see CDC. I think it will be the best for you. The moment you Ale, you hitting on CDC, you finish. They can destroy you in no time. That now Unity partisans are knowing that citizens have intellectual prowess among them. In fact, when I posted and 1-2 tier 1-2 was coming, somebody posted on a Unity Party president. He said, our intellectual team will develop. I said, you see that now? When you come to George Weah speaking English, you say, oh yeah, now we are bringing intellectuals now to the debate. He said, our intellectual can build a country. Oh, so that first year used to be taking intellectual to be a debating issue or ground, and of course, good ground for one to develop a country that now you're not believing in intellectualism now. Right? And now you're not believing it because, you're sat there thinking that you people were by far better than other people in this country. In fact, as dumb and dull as I am, as you people think, you're not able me. All y'all want to wish me is death. But you'll say you're still clever. You'll say you're still sound. But you're not able anybody now. When you come to really pushing the ideas, reasoning, putting reasoning to bear, arguing, you can't. That today you're talking about intellect and how they go. Look at Stuart went destroy you. The other person went so here and there. You haven't seen it. Benedict Cordoba. All of them. Everybody coming up destroying you. Your whole Unity Party crumbling. The whole year end has been disastrous for you people.
Because you're talking about breaking party headquarters, you are breaking. No, you didn't do anything to CDC. The more you hate them, the more you strengthen them. Because you forget to know Liberian people. And I will tell you this today. For George, we have to get the numbers he got. That's why the cheating your date is unthinkable. Liberian people don't let government business too much. George, is really law for true. Liberian people, they don't let government. Let me tell you the truth today. Go up, you count down, you can be whatever it is, and that thing you were enjoying. You just saw yourself like you were loved. You just saw yourself that you were better off. No. Liberian people, the moment you switch from among them and you go into government, you start losing support. You start seeing people looking at you differently. All Liberian people looking. For George, we have to get the numbers he got. George Weah is marvelous. George Weah is fantastic. He's just phenomenal. Another. Very much. For him to have had the numbers he got. I want you to tell me that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf got this kind of stuff. No. George Weah? No. Liberian people. So whether you're like it or not, Unity Party, you're like it, you're talk, anything you want to talk, the people want to. And let me tell you something. You know, they think that they are very smart, right? Always they think that they're very smart, they're very smart. So today I'm following up, then they're arguing. Oh, yeah, somebody say they take people on poverty. They say they today 1 year and I say, okay, let's lead that intellectual poverty. Let's come to the AB count of lecture series now. Let's forget about that debate. Let's come to the real argument. You know, the layman in the street, and that's why you see our show is most followed and most listened to, and because this is where the ordinary people can hear the truth broken down to all of us level, so that all of us can get it. Here we don't speak, we don't talk about data. The best data we can have is using them as the data. That's what we can do. So we bring it right to their doorsteps and tell them, say, Mama, so you get 3 cup of red. Somebody can do 2 from there. All the kind of simple things you see we can be doing here. Now what helping our politics, our man and growing with the politics, our part and growing with it, our brothers, our sisters, everyone growing into politics now, understanding politics because we are breaking it down at the level at which they can understand it, and I'm enjoying it. Now, what people understanding us, and I want to begin to vex. We're not here to speak people or call people. No, just breaking it down to the level. So let's understand how they say poverty by itself. Then look at the statistics. Ask in the communities. You don't want to you don't want to believe in the statistics out there because I know 12 is 100% right. But you don't want to take it. Let's take it from there and put it in the layman market area. Let's put it in the layman market area now. Right? Let's look at now and then. Just for the mere fact that you said pull out, that's a big hit towards unemployment. And every unemployment threshold that rises up to a specific threshold, it affects poverty. So let's leave it now. The analysis now. All I'm not here because you take people out of politics. No, let's leave that one, right? Let's come down to the reality. Just for you said alone pulling out, more people have gone out of job. The argument in there now. So why do you want to argue again? You said pulled out. You know how many people unemployed? Do you know how many families were living on these small USAID contracts on somebody who working at USAID like RAB? I have a family of 15. If Abraham Williams is losing his job today, 15 persons going into poverty. 15 persons going into poverty. The Unity Party itself, the mass dismissals of people on petty. Could you imagine? People were just earning 75, so now some of them 150. They dismissed all those people. And those people were living on them. Poverty again, contribution to poverty. And they took all the money, they put it in one person and pump it there so that one person can only cater for 15 persons. Right? And how much that is going to affect them. Now, let's leave that one again.
Just for the Swedish people to even pull out again. Like one of my students just said, it's another hit at poverty again. What do you want to say? Or you think the things will not affect the society, will not affect the economy? So what the argument is now? Where is the argument that you said alone? Do you know how many NGOs are gone off? A friend of mine, one of my clients, he was operating, and I honor the USAID program. They gave him some kind of program for what they call the main office that he paid for. That office is abandoned today. All his staff are gone. That poverty there. So what argument? You can't you forget about that thing on Facebook. That can't down now. Any area claim that XYZ is USAID stay here? No. You know the level of contribution that USAID used to make to the society? If you already acknowledge it, then you will know it is true that poverty has increased in Liberia. You know the Swedish people, right? They were operating here. You know what they used to do for this country through NGOs and supporting it here and there. If they are staying here, then you will say no, poverty is not affected. What's your problem in this country? Why you want to have poverty? When a man is saying that people are in poverty, you say you dismiss people, they are in poverty. Go to supermarkets and shops. Go to supermarkets and shops. The group of young men you used to see, all of them in the supermarket, each on one row. This time when you enter some of the supermarkets, they are laid off several of our brothers and sisters. Poverty. Because why people not buy? So some of the supermarkets, what they even decided to do, since they cannot lay off almost everybody, they decided to ration the job on a daily basis. Some people will come in the morning, some people come in the evening, they will cut their salary into half. Poverty. So why I want for us to say, y'all need a face voting now. Let's come to the common people understanding of what really poverty is. What it is, all that noise you're causing, the country is improving now. The country is this, that. Let's leave all of that one there. Where are we here today? Currently, as we speak, things prices are gone up. The rate is now taking its own shape now. After they are suppressed it because they were afraid that the season was going to hit it very hard, they're now releasing it small. The rate is now taking its own shape. It is coming up. The poverty issue. Let's speak to that. Me, I like the argument that you're having now. Poverty issue. You need the party people. You're talking about the poverty now. But it said, I want to tell you, for you say pulling out, you're telling me that it does not affect us. Gafwan, he said, we're crying that it's a big blow. So, if it is a big blow, then why are you boasting saying Allah? CDC put people, more people in poverty? No. In fact, that is not the first time for USAID to pull out. When USAID were pulling out their health fund, the government did make intervention to sustain the health sector. Here's not the first time on CDC. When they pull out the health fund, the CDC government did do something to sustain those people as USAID were pulling out their health issue, their health fund. Today, poverty has increased. When we talk about poverty, you're saying, I am joking, you'll go sit down on Facebook, you'll be passing around. You think at Facebook, our man then will eat, our pa then will eat. You see how the Christmas went? I want for you to take your own microphones out there and then bring us video to counter the voices of people in the streets about Christmas. Christmas pass, nothing. I wanted for you to take the same videos, go in the streets and say, look, maybe Christmas salary will now, but let's see, maybe they put out release some salary to the government, work on them, they're about to get in the street. New Year, I want for you to go in the street again for you to have taken video from there. Punch FM, no. ERBC, LNTV, no. All of them out there, no. They're not able to go. I wanted for you to go out there and do your interview. Now the debate now. The only street assessment, because the street debate I learned, because that street debate part of the real people feeling, that the feeling debate that I learned. Forget about who coming with ratio to say 67% left poverty line. About 700 million people were in poverty. Let's leave that one. Let's come down now to the people that are complaining. Let's come down to the people that are complaining. Let's do the poverty debate right here in the streets. You don't want to add your head on that. COVID-19 affected us. But did the government back then? No, it affected greatly because there were companies. In fact, there were foreign investors and things then that decided to pull out because of the COVID-19. At that point, it affected us. Poverty went up. Poverty went up because of that. Yeah, poverty went up because of that. China, all the people who their company there, all of them left. They went back home. It gave rise to poverty. Little by little, the economy began to, resuscitate after COVID-19. What they call it? Yeah, whatever. But again, people were sitting home and the government was paying them. Right? Honor Unity Party, as we speak now. You say gone. The Swedish people, they gone. They're the biggest donors in your sector. That been helping NGOs to employ local people, help them with that. The people then they gone. What do you get? What do you already get? What are new jobs you have created? Gafford then took the national cadet programs. Oh God. That used to be under the Ministry of Youth and Sports. I worked at the Ministry of Youth and Sports from 2006, employment record-wise, from 2006 to 2017 when I resigned. I worked at the Ministry of Youth and Sports in the communications department. The National Cadet Program was a unique program designed and set up that donors have enough interest in supporting. Many of the cadets, they transitioned into mainstream government. Today, the Unity Party people, they came up and they now forming their politically motivated group they call internship. What you call internship? Do you know what our national cadet program was? That cadet program was helping university graduates, long-term, the internship program. What is that internship program? Just to grab a group of young people, make it to appear like they are impacting their lives on a short-term basis. Do you know what they even call internship? Who's supplying? Who's supplying them? Which one of the field that's supplying them? Because when you say internship, they should come from institutions. That you will track and then you try to get people incorporated in the government. But you're not doing that. All these things you're doing because 2029 want to be there. Yeah, that was we're offending the young people. So lies. They came up with one program again. They said national youth. I don't know what kind of program. Whatever. Then they jump out again. They come out. They say internship. Which one will really take now? What's your policy? What's your agenda? What's your goal? There's nothing. No job creation. No empowerment. You're sitting here. We are going to 2026. And you're having argument on Facebook talking about, oh yeah, the other person poverty, the poverty debate. You want for the poverty debate. My own analysis here giving right here soon. Now. So let's come down here now. You leave the sky. You come down to the ordinary people. Now, I name two major incidents or situations that affected you people badly that you're supposed to acknowledge and hit you very hard. The usage pull out is poverty. The Swedish government, poverty. You know that. So what is the issue? What is the argument here? Talking about 12 lies. Who lied? Nobody. The people stay challenging. You can come up with something sound for people to really. Which project you have even initiated on your own? Everything else you're following here were things that George Weah signed for, sealed. Now why are you enjoying today? And I challenge them to tell me that electricity extension have gone. That's lied. And where I live, in the community I live, the only reason I did not move to that community sooner is because of the road. But that community was enjoying 24/7 electricity. The only reason I did not move to that community, we are administration, 24/7 electricity. That's why they were enjoying that community. I challenge anybody. The only reason I did not move at the time, because of the road. I said when the road passes, then I will be able to move in. That was the only reason. But 24/7 electricity, we're enjoying it there. So for the people in our own bracket, go on outside when you're telling them, say, oh, current stable. No, for them, it's not anything new. It's nothing new to them. This is something they live with. Other we as administration, there's nothing new you have done for them. I'm telling you the truth. So the other community, how do you satisfy them? Boast about LEC? No. For them, they were enjoying 24/7 electricity already. How do you boast about 24/7 electricity in Nima? Have you changed anything in Nima County? Nima County were enjoying 24/7 electricity already. How do you boast about 24/7 electricity in Cape Mount? Cape Mount was already enjoying 24/7 electricity in Cape Mount. So why is your boasting? I want to ask you a question. What is the new thing that you bring for those people that will see? Bone County was enjoying 24/7 electricity. Kakata, Magiri County was enjoying 24/7 electricity. Where else you want to talk about that we're not having 24/7 electricity? They are saying, yeah, electricity and Unity Party are doing good. No, there's nothing strange about it. I want you all to tell me now, because the community and Nimi, they were already there. They were already there. They were already there. I want for anybody to say, AB, you lied. I traveled to Lofa County. I used Grand Cape Mount County to come to Monrovia. I used Bond County to go. So I experienced the lights, the 24/7 electricity in Kakata, all through the area. In fact, the areas, look, all the rural communities that were connected, they enjoyed 24/7 electricity. So what new you have done for those people? And then AEC improved now. AEC days that, Banavie Estate, New Joy Estate, all the communities that were connected to the hydro. No. George has eased that. In fact, there were times that Samuel 12 he said we have surplus current and we're giving back to the Ivory Coast. What is new? You name me now. You say, current stable now. Forget about that, Chief. There were Liberians who were enjoying stable current on George Weah. That group. What new have you done for them? Nimi now, I'm telling you, in the Monserrato County, there were groups in Magibi County. There were people who were enjoying stable electricity. What new have you done for them? Grand Cape Mount County, stable electricity. Bomi County, now one of the areas again. I traveled to Bomi County on George Weah. Stable electricity was there. What new have you done for them in terms of electricity? What new? I just mentioned Bomi. I was there. On Weah. 24/7 electricity. The very Nima County that I say you got all the phone. What did you not do for them there? 24/7 electricity used to be there. You think you can carry an electricity debate to Nima County and say, see how the country is now? Look at how electricity looking in Nima County. That Nima County, you go carry electricity debate to. That Kakata or Magibi County, you carry electricity debate to. All that rewatch. What is new now? You're asking, what is the new thing that you're not bring? So let's say stable now. It was not stable for you, bro. Oh, because the other communities that were connected to the hydro, that will say no, because we pay money to Ivory Coast, so they will give some of our communities and they said, but what we'll do, we'll try to minimize some, especially some communities will still be tied to the hydro. Could you imagine that? Then you're boasting. Hey, let's say, all right now. You know, you're not letting people fool you. They have done nothing extra. Absolutely nothing. The community where I live, the people that were enjoying electricity, boom. Ever since Nima County, they were enjoying 24/7 electricity. Nothing strange. Bond County, 24/7 electricity. Nothing changed. Grand Cape Mount County, 24/7 electricity, nothing changed. Bombay County, 24/7 electricity, nothing changed. So what is it? Even one of River says there, going to power River says County, electricity, nothing changed. Okay, Maryland too, yeah, Maryland, nothing changed. So what are you already saying? What are you saying now? Because if you say that not something changed or whatever it is, you should tell us now that you have carried it to Sano County.
You have a fetish sound, kind of, but you got electricity stable now, or this, that. Hey, man, I'm begging you, man. That's cheap something. There's nothing strange about it. There's nothing strange. Only if there was no movement of any stable electricity on George Weah, then you can say that's the debate that we can bring up now. Say, honor George Weah now. Honor George Weah. There was nowhere that you can mention stable electricity. In fact, it was George Weah government. George Weah had to go practically beg the Ivorian president and say, I beg you, Papa. You used to let my business with our own football fee and play football. Papa, I'm now president. You can't let your son down because his people depending on him. Though we know we owe you plenty money, but please, I beg you, Papa. Please, we'll pay some, and then you just release the land for us. They are what people enjoy. Correct. Because our hydro, it doesn't have the full capacity to whatever will work on that one. George Weah went and begged the CLSG line that you talking about. Even the head of the very AEC Nana, he's a witness to that. George Weah went and paid that debt. In fact, the head of the CCLSG, he said, United Party people, the hydro for them to plan, that plan there for the CLSG line to run through. He said they met it at 20%. United Party levy at 20%. He said it was George Weah who had to instruct Samuel Twelve and said, no, most of our people have to be connected. We need to get this thing done. Companies need current. ArcelorMittal today, they're not running on generator. You think how they're running their companies? Oh, the United Party made them to not be running on generator? ArcelorMittal, The United Party? No. They were on CISG line. In fact, Grand Bassa County had its transmission site there ever since Honor Weah used by only ArcelorMittal. The only thing that was left is distribution. George Weah was strategic. Maryland County, all those areas. We had always had 24/7 electricity. That now you're talking about 24/7 electricity where? Oh, because of what? Look, these people cannot lie, and they will not lie. Never ever. They will not lie. And in fact, go in the counties where there are city centers, there is no current. When you go in San Jose or other area, George Weah even decided that in the meantime, while light is yet to come, I will place small solar light in areas until light can come to you. George Weah carries street lights, solar lights in all counties on a county tour. Prioritizing light for the people. Those lights are still there. Travel to the counties, you will see George Weah solar lights stay there. They don't improve it. They don't change anything. What thing has changed? AEC, there's that. What kind of thing? Why you people will always be like that? Liberian people, you're listening to me tonight. I will open your eyes to all the things. There is nothing that has changed. Can't talk about AEC, what they call I used to enjoy 24/7 AEC. They play against my horse. Ask anybody in my community that whether they know I have 24/7 electricity there. In fact, my caretaker, I used to be saying, the guy here, you know, sit down there, the guy get ready, you used to be bringing a cold water thing in there. That whole community had 24/7 electricity. So, what new have you brought to that community for you to tell them, say, that's something strange? Say, AC stable now, this, that, what they call. Why y'all let them lie? Your better work. Your better work. Look, I can only encourage your Unity Party people. You still get time on your side. You stop these things you're doing, arguing, getting on Facebook and just talking. The ordinary people, they are listening. They are feeling the pinch of what you people doing. They are getting hurt by the day. They are getting angry. You stop it. You may not like me, but I will advise you tonight. Because what you're doing, you're strangulating the country. I went into a community. Israel was saying there, I didn't believe it. You know, one time I was listening to Israel era. I went into a remote community to do assessment of toiletries. You know, those communities that don't have real toilet and whatever, they can get the public toilet. That's how they can do their own business. So I went there purposely. I visited 3 communities to see whether people can really go to the toilet. They said people not even going to the toilet again because even if you went to the toilet, you don't want to put all the food down because where will you get food from to refill? People are hungry. People are hungry because you must eat before you go in the restroom, right? They don't get the food to eat.
The man showed me the bundle of newspapers. That was his own evidence. He said, you see the newspaper that I bought? Sometimes, we are administration. The new people are now buying about 3, 4, 5 bundles because people will just come. You know, in Germany now, people, Labrome in Germany are in the stomach, they can feel it. So they will just be going to, in a latrine, just like that. Nowadays, no, you don't find too many people. You don't find too many people turning now because they are there in here. You got to keep some. You got to manage your way of using the bathroom now because you don't want to finish everything up. Then you go later hungry. You don't want that to happen. Some people are careful how they can go in the restroom this time because you don't want that to be empty. People are hungry. Have you not listened to a lady in the street? They ask, you selling cold water? How is the cold water? You said people not even drinking. So look at that. People can't even drink because you got to bear it. You got to manage it. Everything is about management. Honor Joseph Boakai. Management. Everything is about management. Could you imagine that? This is the country now that we are in. Then you're sitting there on what they call you're doing statistic. Oh, reporting poverty line or easy. What is easy? Nothing. Absolutely. I saw one old man sitting down. How do they call themselves? Independent people there in support of Joseph Boakai. I was listening to them. I think that my friend shared something with me. A group of old men. They call themselves Independent Adult Council in support of whatever it is. I heard that woman talking about you go anywhere now. My daughter told me that when you go to Maryland County, you can now see that the road is what they call here now. Just look at there, just laugh. You see the kind of paper then I didn't want to cause for where we are in this country today. I don't want to gain credence because if I would really gain credence, his children will feel bad about me and feel bad about him. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? This is terrible. People don't do that. So y'all bring it on now. Y'all bring the argument now because that lead a Facebook Sunday, without reduced poverty or without this, that. That lead that one, Papa. That come to the ordinary things I just talk about. Where is the development? What is the new thing? That's same challenge. I'm posting it out to you people. If everything that had ever changed is not centered around Joseph Boakai, don't call me AB. If there's anything that has changed, Mo Adida changed his car. Patrick Horner changed his place. He's building houses now. He never built houses as a journalist. No, he's now building houses as a public official working at the LTA. Joseph Boakai can now ride $12 million car or whatever it is. That has changed for him. Every other changes that we are talking about now is personal changes on their personal life. What has changed for you? Because the change you made, you did not make that change for them. You made that change for yourself. So that they will serve you. They will change your condition. They will put you in a better place. Where are you now? Nowhere. Right? Yeah. What is the change? If everything not personal. And do you think we're going to sit back and allow you people to lie to the people? Look at that kind of reckless statement you're making. Not talk about now you to be stable in Liberia. You hear or go for where? Where are we? What is it different that you have made? The only thing your big CDC in, I will tell you the truth, is acquisition of wealth. That one your big CDC is a big time. In fact, CDC not match yourself because they never did it. Your big CDC in that one. Look, personal gratification, personal wealth, personal aggrandizement, every other thing, your big CDC is a big time. That one, nobody can pull for. CDC can pull for to you people. You don't wonder yourself CDC people are stupid. I didn't understand why the United Party people were calling CDC people stupid, because they were telling us you're stupid. When we come there, the thing that we'll do, CDC people is stupid. They don't get sense. They don't get this, that. They don't know to run government is about yourself. Stupid people, they just passing around here. No problem, we'll call them stupidation. Because when you are serviceable to people, when you decided to put people first above yourself, what do ordinary Liberian people tell you? They say you are stupid. When you decided to go in a home to serve people above your personal interest, what do they tell you? They say you are stupid. No, that's what life is all about, serving people. When Jesus Christ was watching his disciples' feet, that was not stupidity. That was not stupidity. Service is not stupidity. So citizens were serving people. They're stupid. When citizens would take the salary, John would take money. He tell minister that you go out there and give it to people in the communities. You share with them, those of them that are not working. You share with them. They will grab that money. They insult citizens that you're stupid. We'll take it, we'll eat it, and we'll tell you that the country money because you're stupid. That is why they were calling you stupid. Because you were not stealing. They are noted for stealing and you are not stealing. They know how to manage power. You are stupid. For you to provide water for protesters, you are stupid. You see that? For you to provide water for protesters, you are stupid. So every time they look at you, you're stupid. You're so stupid. Look at them, they're so stupid. They're so stupid. Not doing that stupidity they were talking about is about service delivery. That's all they were telling you, that you are stupid. I didn't know this. Because when criminals go out there to steal from you, you know what they're going to tell you? That all stupid man there. I just tell me that they'll take you from him. That who need a smart man can cry. Right? You'll see the man who think that he's smart, he will look at the clever man who went and stole from him and tell him, say that man, that got a stupid man go take my woman from me. That other fully man that go take my woman from me. That's how they can say. Could you imagine that? No wonder they used to tell you are stupid. I didn't understand that you. That now they're teaching you now, why may you people to have been stupid to take the country resources and invest it in Liberians? That was the stupidness that CDC did. According to the Unity Party people, criminal minds. You're stupid. That me? That me must see my opponent. He died. Joseph Boga died. I'm going to go take you and put you in hospital bay. You're stupid. You're very stupid for true. That's why they were insulting you people. That's why they were calling you stupid. I didn't understand all of that. You were stupid to allow people that more early than to be begging for data. You were giving them data. You were stupid. They said, I'm very stupid. You see somebody who want to call. Nobody was very stupid. Now they were calling you stupid. They were calling you stupidicians because you were saving their lives, rescuing them. Now the sensible people in power now. The stupid people gone. Now the sensible people in power now. Have you seen somebody say my eyeball open now? There's a guy home. I was at the garage just now. He said, me, I'm not doing it freeway again now. My eyeball now open now. 2026. So when you hear somebody says that my eyeball is now open. My eyeball is now open. You will know that they will deal with you. They will not jump you. They say that you don't be doing that food in there. You don't be doing that stupid there. You don't be doing. I'm not doing it again. But my eyeball now open. That why the Unity Party people were telling you that you're stupid. You see the country money for you to think about something else to do. You say you're going to build sports park. You stupid. So that say, when they young boy, no wonder. You see, man, they don't take main job. Y'all give it to a ball. That ball stupid. That Mimo can be president. They can't wait and say I can be build sports park. My hometown. In fact, Joseph Brother was even telling job here. If I mean today, Grand Crew County, that the player are coming to go build one big mansion. It's already there. Joseph Brother telling George that you are stupid in governing the country. You are stupid. To give life to your opponent, oh, the most stupid thing. You are stupid. Oh. The CDC people, they really get sense. So who? You get power in your hand. Then you align opponent to get them water. You're very stupid. Oh. That's what they're teaching you now. That's what they are teaching you now. Y'all when y'all sat down, y'all look at, I don't know what kind of coupon they y'all put into LPRC. You're stupid. And you see who's sitting down there now? That Imon Toy. You say you're very stupid. You not look at they align people in our government. People that Samuel Wulu who are ties and they never owe any allegiance to the CDC or nothing. They were sitting down and working and telling people, say, your protest. The other people that you were putting power, CDC, very stupid. That is stupid, and they were telling you that it is so. So you now learn for your stupid and the people who smart that didn't want using the smart net on you. But at least CDC stupidity was serviceable, was people oriented, was people centered. And what the Unity Party were insulting them for. No wonder they used to say, you go join our CDC, you learn all your book for you to get profit and then benefit you and your family, and then you can go join CDC. You really stupid. Now what they can be telling people like, oh, you sitting down the whole day. Now you said, in fact, there were some of them who, if you just sitting down there, you're talking. What do you get it from out of it? You are stupid. Oh. Yeah, I agree that I was stupid. No problem. We are certainly getting there. Let's get to the lines and then, of course, make our calls and exchange everything here tonight. We are certainly getting there. Hey, I see why people be calling you stupid. You're stupid. Now the teacher, let's see. Let's get there, people. We have to get going. Yeah, for service, I know many of you gearing up for your watch night activities. So, chorus, we are right here tonight, and that's the last sermon I can leave with you. You'll go on, and that's it. Let's get on. And what are you doing quickly? Yeah, let's hear from you. No time.
My name is Prince Ubu. I do travel on my country.
Go ahead, my brother. Let's hear from you, Prince.
Thank you so much for the topic discussion I do tonight. You know, Abby, I set up, but one thing I want to tell you is that Abby, you guys need to work hard just if you are working. Meaning, the people cannot think of CDC in the lower market area are very weak.
Okay.
They are not about getting the message. People are only there with the money come, they eat the money go. Okay, no, they are even go or push your message. Many will listen to you people.
Okay.
Who have support for the message is not widely spread.
Okay.
Because of the station. All of them was for the bad radio to listen. So I call this one on Israel show, and then I want you to pitch out to this channel, how the special manager of the family radio, who is owned by Alpha Kokoro Jones. At least if it's still be really clear, at least the old people will be able to listen to your.
Thank you. Thank you. I got concerns on that, and we'll be able to address that. Thank you so much, my brother. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, how are you doing?
Yes. Hello.
Please go ahead. We're listening.
Hello.
Can you please go ahead? We are listening.
Yeah. You know, maybe we are not stupid.
But that I know.
Yeah, we're not stupid. They don't want stupid. You know that? They don't want stupid. We're not stupid. How will you look at someone and say the person is stupid when the person is doing a rest?
The right thing. That when criminals can say you stupid, you know when the road can steal from you, they say, "Oh, stupid man, you get a car that ain't gonna leave it open." You got a road and cause people, eh? Yeah, that criminals can cause people.
We are doing the real thing for the country. And you see, that is really the law because they are not stealing, but they're not stealing the country money. The country resources, they put it behind a seven and join it. They say we're stupid. So we are the stupid now. We go for the country, we go for. And see, so we know what to do.
Your abona open there. You want me to go again? Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, hello. Eddie, how are you?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, Eddie, you said there's no changes in this government. I want to know what are some of the changes you have made in your life.
Hey, I'm not discussing government. Forget about my life. I'm not government. So when you want to do something,
because what is in your head, you do a journalist for stupidness.
Hello. Hello. So why they got ready with for that? I hope for the guy myself to discuss. He said the thing that in my head, that's stupidness. I know that's stupidness. Because when we're talking the truth, that's stupidness. CDC people is stupid, so I can understand. Anything sound we're talking, that's stupidness. Anything good we do, that's stupidness. Because I understand. You say you're discussing government, you would have sound now. You bring in government, then you say A, B. Me and government with a C, then you say, what did you not do? You compare me with government? Imagine that at the sound you didn't find people in there. And why are you doing?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, how you doing?
Great as you come along, come upon us.
Let's hear from you, Chief.
If you don't manager, at the frustrated warning on it. You want to war the people water, and they stay hungry. They only were shooting job. So that frustration carrying. So forget what I mean. And we farm, what of them? They say we stupid. And they see us every day. Some of our lives, even better, 100 times pardon. So what is frustration in the party around? Thank you for 40 minutes.
All right, thank you, my brother, for your contribution. They got really interesting. Hello, how you doing? Hello. Hello, let's get on to this caller right here on this die. This one will do. Hello? Yeah, ma. Let's hear from you, please.
Yeah,
Let's hear from you, Vic.
Yeah. Maybe, you know why you never telling us we are people we are stupid? Because you are exposing it. You are a president, we are kind of power while they want someday you need people in the corporate ruling the country. They will not open the brand for they will not tell you the brand for your country, that your tax, and your country resources. We use it all your, we pay a YFC, we pay road, we doing good thing, we pay investment part. So they said, no, your country boy, when we let you stay in here for 2 days, you will open the people, then the step where the country will open their heart. Excuse me. I'm not calling my phone as because the reason they against your and the reason they were causing for God there, they may open it up and the reason they're fighting to tell you for that, that you will not open it for they must give the country resources and their good life and you understand their money out there, they will be slain, they will not give up cross, they will give up few better rest, they will say, yeah, they put him an interest and the reason they were against him, nothing anywhere against the president we are, but because you were opening that people up, they said, no, they don't sit down, we will like the country for all, we don't want to see. Yeah, the mayor is forcing off. So they will go against him. Someone that period and listen to me tonight. And the reason they put their work against the mayor because they were opening our eye. We said no. We showed them you need people there to go against it today. And the reason you see today is supposed to pay. Because we were fair to them. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your contribution. The next caller, let's get on. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
Well,
yeah.
I want to say happy New Year.
That's you. Many happy returns, my brother.
Thank you so kind. That's why my name is. We wasn't busy. But commonly known as the cook there. I join you from the most important communities where our young people, our citizens.
Okay, but bro, you just gotta be fast because time. You know, everybody going to church. Yeah, all the one. What are going? What are you doing? You gonna know do with the topic. Yeah,
thank you, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Edmoka.
Yeah,
if you wish all prosperous New Year and thanks to you guys for what we have done together over the year 2025.
I know.
Well, Java is still a guy doing chess on the radio that what the party people can do. The guy lacks the ability to discuss the issue. When the issue is on the table, they will give people attention for it. This is the same thing we are doing on Facebook. Samuel Twitter through what good discussion providing even recommendation for them. Somebody want to post you say what you say 112. So that you say okay, sorry for your air condition. The discussion is still an economic issue. You're not able to put up anything to help the Unity Party. Look at the property they're talking about. Yes. Because of COVID-19 and other things, 600,000 people, CDC took them into poverty. But what is the poverty rate right now? 3.2 million. And they are not discussing the 3.2 million. But rather they are discussing the 600,000. You see how funny the guys are? They offer a solution for you to be able to move the people from poverty and say you got $1.2 billion. You got a low for selling of 475 to 480,000. So you'll be able to move the people from poverty. Or else the people continue to be poverty because you're not creating anything, you're not doing anything.
Sure.
But they are looking at the other side. So the discussion that brother had last night, we discussed the issue like economy, serious economy discussion you had last night. Let's look at the weight bill. We left the weight bill at 310 million. Where they are taking the weight bill, 364 million. But the current date is they put 329 million. They take the rest, they put it on other expenses. Then I will let you start over the budget. They were supposed to move that money from there. If they didn't have anyone to put it, they would have sent it to the health sector They could have sent it to the educational center, but they left it there, but they hid it there because they don't want for people to know that they wait.
Edmond, thank you so much. We appreciate that time. Hello, how you doing? Next caller.
Yeah. Hello? Hello,
yeah, let's hear from you, please.
I'm asking for calling from looking down.
Yeah, let's hear from you, bro.
Yeah, there's an area away, and if I know a guy, I will not call your name. So when you are coming in from a mama friend there, so the grown men came out. Alpha, so we're making a mess about. You have to that the other government that pass. They used to share, they used to share money on you. I the grown men say, but move from here, man. Move from here. Do not get the power that I didn't want to blame. Yeah? Move from here. We will get time for you again.
Okay.
So how you are hearing how you want to take up with well. I remember say the next time you come will turn you around. Tell your money, tell we be want your money. But we believe that will come back. It will hear you will come back. So I
think you're 100% right on that. That's exactly what it is. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, how are you, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, I live downtown here, man.
Yeah, downtown. Go on. Let's listen. What's happening there?
No, nothing happened, but I just, I got a prayer. Anytime I play a station, I pray for me. I don't really know why God just put me on the other side to just lay your business, man.
Oh, you say what? Anytime you what?
No, anytime I play your radio station, some person has to cut it off. Yeah. I'm going to cut it off. Well, so not you, I will not play it. For Andrew, yeah, same then, yeah, maybe they will listen to it because you're all going to see, but once it's you probably can tell all the truth. Really, I love my party. Yeah, so I just want to tell you that I want you to tell them stop it because it's too much for me.
They will stop it, don't worry. I'll tell them to stop it. They will stop it, don't worry. Let's get to the line, talk to these callers here. The WhatsApp line is on now. Hello, how you doing? Hello? Hello? Oh, this person hangs on. Let me get on to the next person quickly. We are certainly getting there. Leo, what's the issue with you guys? You didn't come forth and alongside Matilda Stevens. Stevens tried to reach out to you guys. People didn't come forth. What's the reason? But I don't know. But again, we'll see what happens. Hello, how you doing? Hello.
Good evening, everyone. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing so fine, boss. How you doing? Yeah, please go on.
Happy New Year to everybody, to the Kings family. I want to say a special thank you to you, AB, for all that you have done for the 365 days, I know 366 days. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the education. Thank you for the strength. Thank you for all of the effort that you put in with our country.
Amen.
Only God will bless you. God will continue to bless you.
Thank you.
With the new year, we pray that God will double your strength to continue the good works.
Amen.
If nobody sees you, God sees you, and God will double your blessing. So I just want to say a special thank you to all of us.
Okay.
Who can take out that time, call, listen up, make contribution. I want to say happy New Year to everybody.
Okay.
And for my family, myself, I want to say happy New Year to Mama Labure and to every citizen of that country. In Jesus' name.
Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. We appreciate that. I like that. Thank you. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, Abby, how are you, my brother?
I'm fine, boss. Go on. Let's listen to you, please. Your name?
Yeah, thank you for the show. Abby, you know, my name is Boswell. I'm calling from New York. Abby, every time when I get for the current issue that people say Joseph Boakai make current stable, Abby, I'm going to name you few things. I've been coming to Liberia every year there. It was under which administration that people were protesting every day for current Benin? And I honor United Party. My own community that I hear from, PSP community, we were all current in our place for almost 4 good years.
You're right.
I went to LEC on my own. Maybe I'm giving you story now. Anybody to LEC will tell you. I went to LEC on my own for us to buy transformer. We paid money there. We didn't get that thing. The person that rescued us today was President Weah when he came to power. The only person when he came to power, Ebi, United Party were going $9 million to LEC. LEC never even had backup to use. Who paid that money? That was George Weah. Who ordered a transformer in continue to come to Latvia? That was George Weah. Under who regime that people were paying $21 for meter? It was George Weah. Under the United Party regime, you couldn't find meter. The higher you find meter for $400. So right now, as we speak, how much they paying for meter now? $150, $200. You know the reason why? The meter George Weah left there, the meter is running out. The government in the power, they haven't ordered no meter. So the people having that meter, they ration in the meter. If you go get meter, you'll not get it so easily right now. They bring in no meter to say what they call it. Why they will come lie to all? Like this will come to Latvia. When I come to Latvia, if you honor the United Party regime, I will be spending $3,000 on gasoline and fuel, running my generator. George Weah came to power. I can still remember when the current president was test, he called our donors and the U.S. embassy and other people at the executive mansion to see how best we can solve the current issue. When Joseph Boakai came and he solved current being, Joseph Boakai own horse, he was using generator to a horse. LEC were not over there. That job we are telling LEC in Area. You know that, AB?
Sure.
A job we have made LEC there.
They pave the streets. They can't talk about when the man pave the streets.
When they put water in the 2 years, they didn't show where they started on their own. LEC, but you can't just go 1 day or 3 days and say current year. No. It takes times. Today you can't see people protesting anymore on the street because George Weah changed that and get every community transformer. If anybody want to attest to the to kind of debunk me, they come.
They can't, my brother. Don't hear on that one. They can't.
You understand? People were protesting when you look on social media. When the people protesting for the Black Road, no current, no transformer. People stealing meters from the other place, carry to Rayleigh to Douala to Shawfront. That's what they were on.
You're right.
And George Weah came and he changed the whole thing. I still remember that. The presidential power project through McGill that had to start bringing those transformers and they start giving all transformers.
Well, in fact, I can remember in a video, I will look for that video. I can remember in a video where Dillon stood in the Senate and said, you're not bringing another budget again for us to buy transformer and thing there and Lepo there. The moment we do it, they will say that we have budget. He was not even interested in what was affecting the community. They will say that we have project again because our the presidential, electrification project. Yeah, you're right.
So lastly, when we start having current in our place, the place where the current was coming from, the map back to Conwell. The people pass the transmission line over that place. The people are not having current in that place for decades. The people protest that George Weah had to go carry current into Conway. Just stop that kind of thing, man.
Okay,
poor people.
Thank you.
Thank
you, my brother, for your contribution. And what are you doing? Extensively elaborated and gave some history of the AC issue. And what are you doing? Hello.
Hey, Evie.
Yeah, mama.
Yeah. How you doing? This is my Rebecca, the birthday girl.
happy one to you, man. And happy New Year.
Yeah.
Prosperous one as well.
Thank you so much, and same to you too, son. Thank you so much. I want to say thanks to everybody. We have fought, and we have come to the end of the year, and the Almighty God is going to take us through. Maybe thank you for the show. You know, when you speak, these people, these Unity Party people that feel to themselves that they got sense, they don't come with the argument, but they come with insults. Some of them, they're insulting me about the same current thing. And I told them, I said, I live in the U.S., but since 2018, I started coming to Liberia, especially in the past administration. They were current in Liberia. I sleep on the 24 hours current. The only time the light will go off, sometimes transformer will get problem, or something happen, maybe a storm come, and they say, oh, the light will do the XYZ, their current will go off. You know, when I used to leave my house to go by fish to that, and the Boulevard Junction or whatever, I leave my house 8 o'clock in the night, sometimes 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the night. Even before you get to police academy, where do we mean they can sell the fish in the night? They put get out, the officers gonna continue there.
You're right.
Not 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the night, right there. They put they over there drinking, and we go there and buy my fish, clean everything. Then I get so now when I go to Banana Junction, the police will put me over. They will say, "Oh, we elect," and you try to tell them. I say, "I want to buy my fish." You understand what I'm saying? But these people, they had nothing to offer their Liberian people, but just to be looking for all kinds of things to say.
Get ready, yeah.
You understand me? and another thing again, before I can leave you, AB, remember when I think that was I don't know that Sumo St. Michael Road, one of the road that they face, and they put the drainage over there. And President William want to I think open that road, and he was telling the citizens that live around there. He said, "Let me tell you, the drainage that they made, that the people will open here, do not dig your water and put it into the drainage." Martin Collins, they were running away, and they said that was bad English. They don't know why you're talking. Right. So I said, no, because really, since the time you dig the water around your house, then you shoot it into the drainage. Then the dirt from in your house, they carry the dirt and put it in the drainage, because that particular place, I think they left Mabutu Yepa, and when the problem with minister, they cover that drainage because they said no one to put dirt inside. Right, so they say when you open your water from your house and the dirt from inside there, it go in the drainage, there will be no way for us to get it out, it will get stuck. And they said it was wrong English. Just for the man to say, I'm not from a poor family, but I grew up in Gibraltar. What the big deal that is?
I confuse people, man.
Jesus Christ is the savior of the world. When you were born in the manger, when you say he's not, thank you for having me, son.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wish you can enjoy your day, mommy. Hello, how are you doing? Listen quickly. Yeah.
Hey, AB, thank you for the show. Thank you. Two things I want to talk about that you talk about. The poverty issue in Liberia. Last night, Samuel Toy said on Spoon that the COVID increased, in fact, COVID-19 increased poverty in Liberia. And the criminal that's sitting there in the court, Stanton, argued that he didn't want to agree. But he failed to know that United States, after the COVID, United States passed trillions of dollar budget and gave money to businesses and citizens, individual citizens who receive money, and our case receive money. They did that to take people out of suffering and also to restore their economy. Liberia did not have the capability to do that. So how will someone argue that COVID did not increase poverty in Liberia? On the second issue is the electricity. How can somebody believe or claim that Georgia did not expand electricity in Liberia, when the electricity in Liberia right now is the CLSG land that people are enjoying in Liberia? The Georgia government built a transmission station in Yekepa, in Bikiana, and one in Mosrado. And they connected those three. When they connected those three, AB, I was watching it live here on Facebook. When they connected those three, thereby making the power to reach Monrovia from Ivory Coast. And that the electricity that has been expanded throughout today. Prior to the war, LEC, the highest play, the farther play LEC went out from Monrovia to Bikiana. Monrovia, Kagata. All the rest of the country, they were using generators in their counties, generators. Today, the electricity in Liberia that has been expanded is through CDC government, through Georgia, by expanding the CLSG land, building 3 different transmission stations that connected to Monrovia. So how can somebody argue that? You don't have to go to school to see it. People are living in those places. They saw those places being built that connected the power. Where is the strength of the Liberia hydro? It is because Liberia does not have stable. In fact, they didn't have stable electricity that led to Paratum building their own hydro. Paratum get their own hydro. Lanco were operating on their own power plant that were built in Ikepa. Power plant. All the companies they were using power plant. Like Bowman's there. So why was AIC then? Because we now have electricity in Liberia. That company investor will come to use electrical or power to run their industry. Today we have it through CDC, their government, because they connected the CLSG land. And somebody will argue, say, CDC did not bring electricity, or there was no stable electricity in Liberia during CDC time. You must be a dumb person to say that.
You're right.
Thank you, AB.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Medicine. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you doing? Let's call up quickly. Hello?
Yeah, thank you, bro. AB. How you coming on?
I'm fine. Let's hear from you quickly. At least we're on the dot.
Yeah, Yeah, this is Ronnie Kiadi, 1 million we are sharing follower of Abraham Gossi William.
Fanny, let's hear from you, my brother. Happy New Year.
Yeah, we see the same, bro. Eddie.
Okay.
Yeah, but Eddie, you see, let me tell you today, Unity Party people, they are very arrogant, and they will remain the arrogant until the whole year finish. These people, they are not carrying on development on. And most people, when you talk about Joria today, the people that can get vexed, how the mayor stole all the money from in the country, or today, they are on a very west. Now today, as a young, we the young people, we don't have no future again because our own future is finished. So we not get no future. And the people there, we always challenge them in the community. We are telling them, when you say that, Georgia Barker is carrying roll on. Because now we are mayor to understand, mayor open our arbor for us to know that governance. How you open our arbor? For one example, before President, we are break any ground in this country. The legislature passed on our particular project. So what will you tell us? When you come in, you're not breaking ground. No legislature approval. So how will you breaking ground in this country now? Tell me now. Nothing on the car. Say you people in power. Let them lie to the people. Today, young people, they don't have nothing to do. We get lavishing in the community. Food for us to get another. So what kind of problem here with ESO? And so for us, on daily basis, we are arguing bitterly because there's no way for them to lie to us. The people that in the 90s, in the 80s, they used to lie to them, but for us, they get lie to us because we are thank God for him. Let God give him long life. Let God give him prosperity and wisdom. And y'all stood on the media. Let God give you prosperity and wisdom. Let God.
Thank you, my son. We finish trusting over Bokamu from the Yasiniche. We finish trusting over Joseph Bokamu from the Yas. We finish trusting over my son. Thanks for the session. I think it's a read it.
You say
we finish trusting over.
How do you call it?
Thanks for the session. We finish trusting. We finish trusting over Joseph Bokamu. Okay, I'm asking now. We finish trusting over Joseph Bokamu from the Yasiniche. We finish trusting over Joseph Bokamu from the Yas. What a let you bring. What a let you bring. What a let you bring. We have to put that for you. They say Boka. We go to the says now. 24 parts for the 4 parts. We say to the says. We see. We go to the basket. Show it, see, show. And the police say the person is doing it. You cannot let that we are bring like. Talk about water that we are bring because you play all the things on the ground. But what we know is say he's putting water also that we are doing. We are very well saying we want food that we will eat. All men are saying that Boka said that when they will eat, I will bring anything will go. Then we are saying for free for a moment, I will put bury there. I will put bury there. He did it. Yes, it's for the country. I was dead car. They roll open. So when you say we are for the country, but I think for the you say he did it. You say to you are a God say you are a demon say you are a demon say you know God say you go for crying and hearing them people laughing at you say you believe the level that demonically that vocal bar so you say I think what I think not every all of you are still just be well you're happy up see this year stay your ground do not get tired so the people that overseas they be afraid for all of them. One woman need to but I will call you Eddie. That man has go for you, I know if you know here. I know you do. Let me call you and say, yeah, I tell you my son, Eddie, don't laugh. Don't laugh, let me call you and say you crazy as go for. Because when they say if you do more couple, go to a couple, go to the say, it will cost. Your mother boy you good, you can put Eddie on the platform. If you do the rest, you can't tell us. If you do the rest, you can't figure the member no one will say we hope that you can't pop. You don't see, you can't say debate. You can't say mass defense. What's the most federal bar? You can't say, oh. You don't know what you can say the debate will put and say, oh, you walk on that. Let me tell you, that's what you first go to your father and your mother the Bible. Oh, the platform is not heavy. The question is for the thing is for in just for you the first of the state. Your father, my boy, you go is for heavy. If you do the blessing, you not support. Macha, say your father go. Yes, so the say you the is for them. It's for my for heavy. So we say a man, you not treat like they will treat. They say the children get to boy can boy. So you know the children get to boy can boy heavy. So you see what is get to on the platform. So you not be a good net. Thank you for having me. To free coffee over.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Folks, we building a new home. Oh yeah, building a new home, building a new Liberia. We are coming again. That's what the CDC said. That's what Georgia said. That's what they said. So that coming again, it's gonna be fire for fire. 2026 going forward. Oh yeah, and I love it so much. This song I'm gonna leave with you. This is a song that broke everything, especially the CDC's party headquarters were broken down. This is a song that revived everything. We can do it. Put them Zolote.
Coming again, we coming again, we coming again. We will do it again. We coming again.
So you listening, right?
Coming again. We coming again. CDC coming again.
Coming again.
Breaking.
I don't know why you know the party is best with the World Cup again.
Piece of our heart.
We are getting
Place we call our own. No matter what the road.
I love it so much, people. Until we are back there, thanks to all of my fantastic students. We all tried our best in the year 2025. There are some of you who died along the way. Of course, your families are alive. Stay foreign. I want to wish you our sympathy. God knows it why. We are going to jump together in 2026. I can assure you for sure, with God being on our side, we are going to all end 2026 together again. We want to say thanks to all of you for everything. We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. My name is Cyprian Godson. We are clamoring everything for this day. Clamoring in 2 hours time in Liberia, according to our time, we should be jumping majestically into 2026. Oh yes, God is stronger forever. We are going to be into 2026. It's going to be the moment to count on. We are getting there. With God, all things are possible. I wish you a pleasant and prosperous new year in everything. Let's keep celebrating. You are for pleasant night. Bye bye. Let's go. We did it before, and we can do it again. Let's go. Let's go. The men they fought evil, the men they did it. Let's go. Let's go. We did it before, and we can do it again.
We coming again. We coming again. We coming again. We will do it again. We coming again. We coming again. We coming again. CDC coming again.
Drawing blueprints, breaking ground. A foundation strong where love will stand tall. Every break can be a piece of our hearts.